There are a lot of very unusual aspects about Prince's death. I think these need to be addressed. There are rumors that Prince was extremely ill and had to make an emergency landing of his plane just 6 days prior to his death. However, it seems his problems go a bit further back. 2 years prior, he had a major dispute with Warner Brothers, the studio that produces him. It seemed as though Prince did not want to record anymore, but Warner Brothers forced him to do this. Prince released 2 more albums in the year 2015 called Hit and Run Parts 1 and 2. These were extremely unsuccessful, and it appeared that Prince's career was pretty much over.
Just before he was sacrificed, Prince appears to have sent out a very strange final Instagram message indicating that he was in some sort of trouble.
Prince also issued a strange warning in August of 2015 in a Rolling Stone article, hinting about his struggles with his own record label. He warned all new artists that buying into the Hollywood music industry was essentially like signing a contract of slavery. Whatever did he mean by this? Illuminati blood sacrifices are real and have to do with occult pagan rituals where a murder occurs and the body is offered to a god. Blood sacrifices are documented in the annals of history and have been for quite some time. They are meant to honor and appease a specific deity. One god that receives these sacrifices is the Canaanite god Baal, also known as Moloch. In antiquity, ritual orgies were performed simultaneously while the sacrifice was being offered to Baal.
Hollywood openly celebrates blood sacrifices, as they did with Madonna in her 2015 performance, where she was offered to the god Baal in front of millions of viewers.
For the past 3 days, the Arch of Triumph has stood in Trafalgar Square, London. The first day of the erection of this arch, a man by the name of Boris Johnson stood and declared in front of the arch 3 times that it was erected as a gesture of defiance against ISIS. The first night of its erection, the archway was lit up in a strange, very vivid, blood red color. And simultaneous to this, the Empire State Building was lit up in a blood red color. And they claimed that it was lit up for Trump's primary victory in New York. Or was it? Then after it was lit up, 3 days later, Prince died. And of course, he died under very suspicious means. He died of a fever, or so they say, just as Anna Nicole Smith and Brittany Murphy also died of fever and flu. Their sacrifices. These people who sold their souls to the devil, which you hear many of them claiming that they did in interviews. They openly say that they've sold their soul.
Doing these songs, you're still on tour.
I do, but I don't take it for granted.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I made a bargain with it, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
They've given themselves over to the devil. To be a part of this elite cult of Baal, you have to sell your soul to him. Once your purpose is served, you are sacrificed to the prince of this world. If you don't think that's the case, then you don't know the Hollywood music industry very well. The Bible tells us there is a prince of this world. His name is Satan. In the book of Revelation, we see that this prince, this dragon, will have a beast under his control who will receive a deadly head wound, but it will be healed. Everybody on the earth will be fooled by the fake resurrection of this beast and the prince who appears to resurrect him from the dead. Prince died on April 21st, just 3 days separated his death and the construction of this archway in London, England. You might think this is all unrelated, but I'm not so sure about that. I'm going to play a clip of the unveiling ceremony in Trafalgar Square, London, to show you that Baal did show up at the unveiling. He's there. The god of blood sacrifices was at the unveiling.
The spirit of defiance. Defiance of the barbarians who destroyed the original of this arch, as they've destroyed so many other monuments and relics in Syria and in the Middle East and in Palmyra. For 2,000 years, Palmyra stood in the desert, and in all that time, they admired that arch, and no one was so savage and so nihilistic and so pitifully inadequate as to wish to destroy it, until Daesh came along, the so-called Islamic State. And that's why I'm so proud today to see this arch erected here in London. Congratulations to the Institute of Digital Archaeology. How many digits do you think Daesh deserve? I think 2 digits to Daesh from the Institute of Archaeology and the Institute from London, folks. Congratulations, everyone. Let's hope this is the beginning of a great international effort, not just to bring peace to Syria, but to restore the wonders of Syrian heritage. And it is with great, great pleasure, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the triumphal arch of Palmyra. 3, 2, 1. No one until Daesh, so-called Islamic State, thought it was worth demolishing. And how pitiful, how pathetic, how inadequate they must be, is my view. And so it's our way of showing our defiance, our determination to stand up for London's values.
Jesus died on the cross and was resurrected 3 days later. His blood meant to show us that he is indeed the Passover lamb, meant to take our sins away. Now, this archway makes a bold statement unto Baal, a bold gesture of defiance against the Lord Almighty. 3 days separated the blood-red archway and the blood sacrifice of Prince. The principalities of this world are in control of it, and those who are not saved are caught inside of its matrix. They are merely chess pieces in the game that these principalities are playing. This is why you must be born again in Jesus Christ. I feel very badly for Prince, this man, that he was caught in the middle of a struggle that is truly not between flesh and blood,